Hello everyone, my name is Jay Bird and welcome back to Lucid9. We're just gonna go here, her, and continue. Yes, despite the beautiful weather, the atmosphere is stifling. The entrance, usually occupied by students before class, is desolate. Curious, I head to the courtyard. It's almost just as empty. Only a handful of students are scattered around the corners, whispering frantically beneath their breaths. I notice a solemn Yahiko on a nearby bench, speaking with an equally solemn boy. It's such an unusual sight that I creep closer, trying to get a hint of their conversation. Would take it so hard. How's he been? Hanging in there, I guess. He said that he wasn't coming today. Why not? Didn't say. He's been spending a lot of time in his dorm, though. He won't respond to me. And he just talked with Artie. Artie? Why would that matter? Come to think of it, Artie has always been surrounded by rumors. Even before, people accused her of being the source for disappearances. If I remember correctly, it wasn't that she caused the disappearances herself. Rather, she supposedly emitted this aura of bad luck that indirectly led to their misfortunes. Pointing fingers is usually unnecessary, but this is getting weird. She talks to Midori, and Midori freaks out, then disappears. Then it's Toma, who freaks out and also disappears. Even Akane. And Shoji, too? Yesterday, she came up to him at lunch. He won't tell me what they talked about, but he's also acting differently. For now, just keep trying to talk with him. Whatever you do, don't leave him alone. Right. See you after class. Yeah. You hang in there too, okay? As always. The boy strides away. Yahiko slumps on the bench, dropping his hand over his eyes. It's so out of character that I have to pinch myself to make sure I'm not dreaming. Or drooping. I'm not sure. Dropping. When I decide that I'm fully awake and that serious Yahiko is actually a thing, I approach the bench. Hey. Yahiko immediately bolts upright, all signs of tension melting from his face as he dons his characteristic smile. Why, hello, my good minion! What brings you to this place? That's suspicious. Still, I'd prefer that he not know what I was just eavesdropping on him. I play along. Do you know why the school's so quiet? Do I know why the sky is blue? Do you? Do I? He seems back to normal, if this is what his normal state really is. Oh, right, I remember. Apparently, the police dug up some body in the woods or something. It caused a big uproar. Why? Well, it was one of the disappearing students. You remember her? Akane Tsukino. That name definitely sounds familiar, and it's not just from the investigation. Her boyfriend's a wreck, the poor sap. Her boyfriend? Her boyfriend. Boyfriend? Akane. A disappearance. A boyfriend. Who was worried sick. She must be the girlfriend of the guy who I'd fought with the other day. Right. They were blaming Ari for her disappearance, and I stepped in. And right in her boyfriend's face, I told him he'd get over Akane in a week or two. Her body was found. Well, what was left of it? What was left of it? Hold on. Something's beginning to make sense. That police officer, Officer Katsu, was it? Said that I was on a crime scene. In that case, when was her body found? Don't tell me. Yesterday, or so the rumors go. Yesterday morning? Yeah, how'd you know? An immense wave of guilt washes over me. Akane Tsukino, dead. I vaguely remember the harsh words I'd spewed at her boyfriend. Shoichi, was it? No, Shoji. How could he be feeling now? He'll get over it in a week or two. I'd said that. I'd said that when I thought he was clingy and irrational and blaming Ari. But now, she's dead. Brutally murdered in the depths of the Isamu forest without a single soul to mourn her passing. On the bright side, if there is one, I now understand far more than I used to. Why Officer Katsu was at the forest. Why he claimed it was a crime scene. Why Ishiguri asked me to go look. Because a body had been found. An actual body. Hey, you okay, dude? Looks like Yahiko noticed my silence. I can only continue my line of inquiry. At the very least, maybe I can somehow help the investigation, even without Shigure. Shoji's the name of her boyfriend, right? Yeah, do you know him? Yeah. How? At the most inconvenient moment, the warning bell tolls. Yahiko immediately grins. Whoops, guess that's the bell. I mustn't have my perfect reputation tainted with rumors of tardiness. Hey, you see that boy? He was late. Oh, no! Who the fuck does that? Except, like, really prestigious people. I mean, I guess this is a prestigious school, so no. He strides to our classroom, beckoning for me to follow. Even stranger. I apprehensively walk alongside him, wondering just how much I actually know about Yahiko Akari. I used to believe that I knew everything about Yahiko. He seemed simple at a first glance, as readable as my books from 3rd grade. I still remember how he looked, somehow pulling 3 bulky suitcases through the door with his skinny arms. He was smiling too, then too. In fact, I rarely saw him without a smile. Hello, Rumi! I had already unpacked and was currently lying in my bed, reading some novel or another on my phone to pass the time. I didn't even look up to issue my greeting. Yo. The name is Yahiko Akari. From today and onward, I am your new overlord. This caught my attention. I hastily glanced up. The first thing I noticed was his hair. It was bright yellow, for one thing. That made it pretty noticeable. It was also cut around his face in swaying layers like he was some kind of idol. The next thing I noticed were his shoes. Most of the kids at the academy had nice shoes, of course, but his were on a different scale of nice. They were loafers, brown like usual, but they were also etched with unusual designs that glowed with the sheen of some expensive material. Later I found out that they were custom made from Italy. Not that I needed to know that to make my judgment. I returned to my book, bored. Womanizer, rich kid, arrogant, neat freak. At the very least, his type wouldn't be a terrible roommate, as long as I didn't have to talk to him. When I think about it now, it really shouldn't come as a surprise that his parents are higher-ups at Lemniscate. His grades are nowhere good enough to get a scholarship, and yet he waltzes into this expensive, prestigious school wearing Italian loafers and probably scarves from Sweden. Not to mention that, as ignorant as he might be in anything of value, he's always up to date on the latest pop culture and technological releases. Hey, pay attention to me! What does that mean? So you're paying attention? I expected him to explode in a fit of angry entitlement. Do you know who I am? Do you know who my father is? Do you know what I could do to you? But he did something completely unexpected. He dropped his luggage and immediately raced to my side, his eyes shining. Are you speaking another language? I've always wanted a multilingual minion. This is perfect! I amended my first impressions from arrogant to crazy. Regardless, this was a pretty good opportunity to have some fun. Can you write that all down? You can't write? Does that mean yes or no? So, wait, what? The bewilderment on his face was so genuine that I couldn't help but laugh. Of all the people I'd meet, this guy had to be the most gullible. My name's Yama. Oh! I understood that! Really? Yes! Well, it's only to be expected. Someone as amazing as me can pick up languages in a snap. I see. Can you understand this? Yeah! What about this? Yeah! And this? I understand it! I understand it all! Wow, that's amazing. You know, all 20 dialects of my language. He beamed with pride. Of course I do. I'm an Akari. I see. So what planet are you from? Planet? Well, that was a sudden jump. Jupiter. Jupiter. Really? I didn't know people lived on Jupiter. Not people. Jarzites. I paused for dramatic effect before reeling off anything that came to mind in that moment. We are invincible from physical impact. We are humanoid, but our blood is blue. We abhor earthen insects, but have a strong affinity towards animals. Wait! Let me take notes on this. I need to know how to best utilize a Jarzite minion. He eagerly dug through his luggage, tossing clothes, cosmetics, and landscape tech here and there in the midst of his frantic search. I shook my head in disbelief. Did he actually believe that I was from another planet? Okay, I'm ready. Hit me with it. Write down the following phrase. Yeah? This is a joke. This is, funny. In our world, that means you're just messing around. Was he serious? That's what this is. A joke. I'm from Earth. No, silly, you're a Jarzite. I was joking. I'm not a Jarzite. I'm an actual human. What? Yes, he was serious. He was actually serious. Why did you tell me you were a Jarzite? This guy would pretty much believe anything, wouldn't he? Tired of providing explanations, I simply returned to my book, but Yahiko almost hit it out of my hands. What about your name? Was that a lie too? What? Your name! Yama! If you really want to check, our names are on the door. His face immediately turned blank. I sighed. You didn't see it when you came in? There are two nameplates, Yahiko and Yama. Well, my good minion, never fear. I hold nothing against you for concealing such vital information from me. I didn't conceal any... Now, if you may grant me silence, I must unpack. I sighed again and returned to my book, resigning to bear with this obnoxious roommate for the entire year. My opinion of him hasn't changed much since then. He's still egotistical, oblivious, and mildly insane, but he always means well, even in the oddest of ways. Despite my frequent criticism of him, his stupid actions actually cheered me up. Now that he seems to be struggling with something, I want to repay the favor. Strangely enough, Yahiko doesn't give me a single glance all throughout class. In fact, he's completely silent, speaking only when the teacher calls on him, and his answers are correct. It's enough to startle the entire class. On any other day, they'd probably gossip about it. Today, though, there's obviously more important things to discuss. Classes proceed as usual, but no one seems to be paying attention. Even the teachers are out of it. Lectures are barely coherent. When lunch break arrives, I'm ready to speak with Yahiko, but a sudden cold voice interrupts me. Hey, you! I turn around apathetically. A stocky boy is standing before me, fists clenched. Oh, wasn't this the guy who was talking with Yahiko this morning? And you are? Haru Bunya. Never heard of you. I try to walk past him, but he refuses to move. I'm a friend of Shoji. I stop cold at that. I was there when you said those words to him. What do you want me to do, apologize? That'd be a good place to start, yeah. Guilt and anger intertwine in the pit of my stomach. We didn't know she was dead then. You mocked him for worrying while she was being murdered. Have you seen the average high school relate? Have you seen them? How can you be their judge without knowing anything about them? Is that any excuse to pick on Ruri or Ari? On Artie? What about spreading fake rumors? Look, you're not the only one at fault. But would you be saying the same thing if you found that the girl you loved was murdered in cold blood? The words hit harder because, yes, indeed, I've thought of them myself. I'm sorry. Don't say that to me. Without warning, he grabs my school tablet straight out of my hands. I'm too stunned to even stop him. He then taps something on the notes section. 10 digits, cold and clean cut on the screen. A phone number. Say that to him. He hands me back my tablet before striding out of the classroom, leaving me shaken. I immediately head to the rooftop to get some fresh air. Haru's words echo and re-echo my skull with every step. Your fault. She's dead. Too late. I shove them out as I burst through the door. God. I nearly rush into a vase full of plants in my haste. The sunlight angrily cuts into my eyes as I slump on the nearest bench, breathing deeply through my nose. I just need some rest, some silence, some... Eek! Watch out! I jerk upright as a giant monster of fluffy fabric plummets through the air, pelting the space where my head was just moments ago. Suddenly, a very large, warm weight plops squarely on my lap, and I feel a tickle of velvety hair against my cheek. What the hell? In the space of 10 seconds, I've somehow acquired an Akira Karube sitting on the edge of my knees. Hands braced against my shoulders, nose just an inch away from mine. I don't even have time to be embarrassed. As quickly as she landed on me, Akira jumps away, blushing a brilliant red.
I'm sorry. Yana, I didn't mean...
A response tumbles out of my mouth before I have time to think. What? It's fine.
But it's so...
It's fine, really. Akira buries her face in her hands, thoroughly mortified. I seize the moment to glance around, trying to figure out what just happened. The fabric beside me seems to be a pile of costumes. Silks and satins in rich colors, meticulous embroidery and white lace are just some of the materials that catch my eye. It's an enormous pile. I can't believe that she was trying to carry it by herself. Are these for the drama club?
Yes! We're having dress rehearsal for an impromptu show after school. You should come. Come and give your undying support to Rui.
I've never seen her in such a strange mood before. Akira may be Akira, but something seems to be bothering her intensely. Maybe I should ask her about it? I'm gonna ask her about it. Like, why? Why not? Say, is everything okay?
Of course! Everything is brighter than gravy, brighter than rain, peachier than the peaches peach poacher who possibly poached a plethora of peaches.
Yeah, something's definitely suspicious. I almost feel like she's trying too hard. You sure?
I quite observant, haven't you?
She shuffles backward, clasping her hands together.
The truth is, I'm nervous.
I relax. Well, that was anticlimactic. Nervous for...
Kisamu is about to explode in 30 seconds if I can't disarm the bombs in time.
Then why are you wasting time around here?
Oh, Admiral, you have no sense of humor.
On the contrary, you should have played along. Her shoulders loosen from their prior tension as she releases a tiny giggle.
You strike a fair point. Very well, I admit it. I, Akira Kurube, veteran of the drama club, am nervous for a little impromptu performance. Oh, the shame! The dishonor!
Isn't it just your second year in the drama club?
Huh?
Anyone would get stage fright. Even lifelong actors get stage fright. All you can do is practice.
Practice? Why, I dare say that's a great idea!
Of course it is.
So, wanna be my partner?
Wait, what? This is probably the last thing I'm in the mood for. No.
I didn't even tell you what to do!
What do I need to do?
You just need to stand there with the candle and stick.
No.
Admiral Meaniehead!
Just ask Rui.
I should.
That's an unusual response. You don't want to?
It's not a question of wanting to.
Then what's the question?
On the contrary, what is the answer?
What?
The question doesn't matter so long as you have the answer.
You can find the answer if you have the right question.
You can also find the right question if you have the right answer.
Purple.
Eh?
I just gave you an answer. What's the question?
Oh-ho! You're a sneaky one, Admiral Meaniehead. I see I've underestimated you.
I can't help but chuckle at that.
So, will you help me help a comrade in need?
I wanted to say yes, but I decided to play around a little more. Maybe.
There is no middle ground. Choose this day which side you take. I recommend you choose wisely. Look at those dead eyes!
Then no.
Please?
Fine.
Really?
Yes.
I don't trust you.
Why? I said fine!
Any man who is so quick to change his mind should not be trusted.
I don't blame her. Something about being around Akira makes me whimsical. Maybe she's rubbing off on me. Regardless, I slap my hand on my chest and salute and bow. I swear, I'll be your practice partner for this launch period. Satisfied?
Swear upon the grave of protein shakes and molasses and we have a deal.
Protein shakes and... No, I shouldn't even be surprised at this point. I solemnly swear upon the grave of protein and molasses.
Protein shakes!
Protein shakes and molasses that I'll be your practice partner for this lunch period.
I accept this oath and bind it to...
You know, time's running out. If we're going to practice, we should do it now.
Party pooper.
Akira clears her throat and steps away, closing her eyes. Despite myself, I feel a rush of excitement. This is just like when Rui and I played make-believe. Akira suddenly whips around, flinging an arm towards me, her entire posture thrumming with power.
I see you have finally arrived, sacred Starflame. Truly, it is perfect timing. You get a front row seat to the mass sanctification of your people.
Sacred Starflame? What kind of character would that be? Not today, Shadow Bell, I shall purify your soul and then purify the planet.
We shall see. First you must proceed through me. Oh, spirits of the cosmos, bond with the summons of the abyss and heed my call. Expatriate this world!
Akira lunges for the pile of fabric on the bench, withdrawing a long, narrow paintbrush out of nowhere. What kind of practice is this?
Activate Urea microcell abolishment prototype. I don't know Roman numerals.
She twirls the paintbrush with expert precision in her hand and jabs it at me. Am I supposed to follow through with this? I glance around for something to match the paintbrush, but I find nothing other than a hand shovel. I pick it up with two hands, making it as if it's heavy. Angels of light and flyers of freedom, bestow flares of freedom. Bestow me with your blessings and don me with fitting arms to combat your mortal enemy. Light Spear Initiative. I swivel the shovel around my head, weighing it like some kind of giant halberd. She seems to understand.
You are stronger than I expected. It appears that just one blow from your cursed weapon shall wipe me from existence. Of course, you'll have to hit me first.
She dashes in, jabbing the paintbrush at my side. I fling myself away, swinging my shovel towards her, but she nimbly drops to the ground. I take a second for recovery, which she seizes to land a solid poke on my shin. Ow!
I'll pet your kneecaps.
She pulls away. I swing the halberd straight for her skull, but she leaps with cat-like grace, thrusting her rapier straight to my heart. I immediately parry the tip with my hilt, driving the edge towards her, but she easily disengages.
Truly, your name is a being of powers justified, sacred Starflame.
As is your name, as of being of corruption, Shadowbell.
I'll take that as a compliment.
She stabs again. This time I'm ready. I catch the rapier and twist it, sending it spiraling out of her grasp.
Ah!
Give up, Shadowbell. Justice demands retribution.
Well, that's unfortunate, because it sure won't be getting any.
She backflips upon the nearest bench. Absently, I'm impressed at her agility and raises a hand to the sky.
Power of the sea and stretch of the sky, intertwine to form less void and enrich this humble vessel with the glory of your eternal wrath.
Could this be a finishing blow?
I sign you into the crimson depths of craven oath and relieve you of your ancient constraints. Millennial anchor to crescent destruction!
She flips to the ground and lands in a somersault, crashing her fist to the ground. I fly back, crumpling against the nearest tree. She recovers her rapier, pointing it at my throat.
Any last words?
I tighten my grip on my halberd, willing all strength to my arms. Not yet. I slam my foot against the hilt of her rapier, turning it to the side as I roll away. As she stumbles for balance, I swing my halberd clean at her neck. She barely dodges in time.
Clever trick.
I'll be sure to relate that to the High Order.
Oh, I tire of your paltry existence. You are like an incessant, irritating insect that means nothing to me. You are dirt beneath my shoe, a pebble in my ocean, a speck of dust on...
I swing my halberd at her and chop her head off.
Ah! Admiral Meaniehead!
Yes?
You interrupted me.
I was subverting expected dramaticism. If we had an audience, they probably would have laughed.
But overly long monologues are the best part of being a villain.
I break into laughter as I return the shovel to its rightful place. Maybe so, but they're useless. The villain is leaving himself vulnerable for way longer than he should. Akira fixes her eyes on me for a moment, a small, affectionate smile curling at her lips.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Her light giggle emphasizes the flush in her cheeks. I realize that the heaviness in my mind has completely dissipated. Hey, Akira, thanks.
What for?
The fun. It was crazy, of course, but fun.
I'm glad.
She suddenly wraps her arms around her body, looking intensely vulnerable.
Oh no.
What?
I shouldn't have.
Suddenly, she scoops up the pile of fabric and races to the door.
Is that the bell? Why, I do declare that's the bell. Goodbye, Admiral.
Without another word, she kicks the door open and races down the stairs. It slams behind her, leaving me alone on the rooftop. I head back to my classroom in total bewilderment. Why does Akira have to operate without rhyme or reason? She was completely fine up until the very end. Then, out of the blue, she just snapped. Either way, I did have fun. Akira's antics really cleared my mind. I just wonder why she's acting so strangely. I make it to my seat right as the bell rings, hailing another period of gossip-ridden classes. Surprisingly, the PA clicks on, and a special video announcement by the principal is streamed to our whiteboard. Good afternoon, students. As you are well aware, we have found ourselves in a most tragic and bewildering turn of events. We request that throughout the following circumstances, you remain calm. Rest assured that, above all else, the Academy prioritizes your safety. The first matter, we emphatically request that you refrain from any communications with the media. Our faculty and partners are diligently working to solve the matter at hand and will deal with any questions aimed their way. Secondly, classes will continue as scheduled. Please do not neglect your studies. Special security is employed to keep you safe. Thirdly, in order to best ensure your security, curfew has been moved from 11:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. Please consider this timekeeping when you make plans. Try to refrain from being out of the school when alone. I expect groans from the student body, but there are none. People must be really scared. What I find interesting is the implementation of a harsher curfew when all the disappearances have been taking place inside campus after curfew. Maybe they're just trying to hide the truth. Please keep the security measure in mind as you plan your day. In accommodation, the dormitory, recreation rooms, exercise rooms, and practice rooms will be open for 24 hours. Off-campus students are strongly advised to adhere to similar guidelines. Thank you for your patience. The video shuts off, leaving the classroom in silence. Our teacher rises to the front of the room, visibly shaken. Well, that was very informative. Let's continue. I glance over at Yahiko. His face is completely blank, but I can see his knuckles turning white against his desk. Unfortunately, right as I attempt to start a conversation, the teacher calls on me. By the time I remember my original intentions, school's already ended. Yahiko bolts from his seat immediately after dismissal, barely sparing me a second glance. Even Elizabeth splits from her groupies before I can catch her. I spend a few moments still and silent in my chair. Alone. Completely alone. Have you seen Beth? Oh, it's this cunt. I jerk up. Have you seen Beth? I jerk up right and come face to face with Natsuki Tanaka. She's smiling, standing upright in her pristine, neatly ironed academy uniform. Her eyes bright and clean and nothing like the girl I met the previous night. I feel a curdle of disgust in the pit of my stomach. Disgust and, if I'm honest with myself, a tinge of fear. You just missed her. You probably already knew that. And if I did? Then I would assume that you wanted to talk to me. Why would I want to do that? You're the one with all the answers. She giggles slightly behind her hand. I get the sickening feeling that she's enjoying this. If perchance you see Beth, do give her my regards. Why don't you tell her yourself? I wonder. She turns on her heel. Oh! Sorry for yawning. She turns on her heel and drifts away without another word. I clench my hands against the desk, fighting to keep my anger down. She's aggravating. She's insane. She's undefeatable. I roughly grab my backpack and exit the school, looking to clear my mind. Clear my head again. I idly wander into the streets, feeling the acute pang of loneliness for the first time in a long, long time. Rui and Akira at drama club, Masato at track, Yahiko at, I don't even know, probably his own club. Misaki, who knows? Ari, who knows? Elizabeth, who knows? Not only that, but no one really knows about the investigations. No one knows the crimes as much as I do. No one knows what I've been up to. No one, of course, except Mr. Ryota. I could visit him, but at the same time, it doesn't feel right. Like I'm using him as my crutch instead of learning to function in this society on my own. I wanted to get rid of that. I wanted to learn how to be independent, but that doesn't really seem to happen. The first crutch was... Well, the second crutch was my parents. They made sure I received proper care from therapists, stayed physically healthy, and completed my schoolwork even when I least wanted to. The third crutch was, and is, Rui. I intended to come to the school with her so that I could learn to be self-sufficient. I'd be able to develop into a person that could impress his parents. I could be intelligent, wise, capable, full of initiative. I could finally find the identity of Yama Ishimoto. But instead, I just clung to Rui and stuck to my old ways, because there's no reason to try for anything risky when something familiar will suffice. I need to get over that. I need to prevent myself from gaining a fourth crutch. A sudden strain of piano breaks through my thoughts. I instinctively turn to the source of the noise and find myself staring straight at Café de la Pare. The melody is simple, but somehow eloquent. Curious, I try to glance through the window. To my surprise, I find Elizabeth Oshiro seated before a polished ebony grand, fingers plodding determinedly across the keys as she bites her lip in concentration. Odd, I didn't know she played piano. I'm struck with a sudden urge to talk to her, but fight against it. She'll probably just drive me insane, right? I'm supposed to talk to her. I can't help it. I need some company. Heck, maybe some good old-fashioned arguing would cheer me up. When I enter the cafe, Elizabeth abruptly ceases her playing and leaps to her feet. You! What are you doing here? I grin at her obvious discomfort. I'm a customer. Why else would I be here? Then go ahead and talk to him. He'll take your order. I'm on break. She nods at the counter, where a kindly barista is waiting to take my order. Then she turns back to the piano. I only plop next to her. How can I resist the seduction of a mediocre piano player? She colors, fingers curling against the keys. Waiter, tell this person that he should leave if he's not going to buy anything. Waiter, tell dear Elizabeth Oshiro that I'm about to buy a croissant. Then tell this person that he should go buy a croissant instead of paying his attentions to a mediocre piano player. Tell dear Elizabeth Oshiro that you have more than enough intelligence to know that I'm buying a croissant without having to go to the counter and point it out. Waiter, tell this person that he is a boorish prat. Waiter, tell dear Elizabeth Oshiro that she ought to calm down and have a spot of tea. Elizabeth is still for a moment. Then she turns to me, a dangerous smile on her face. Enlighten me, Yama Ishimoto. To what ideal do you expect one's piano skills to measure up? Something not terrible. Such as... I blurt the first piece that comes to my mind. I can't lose face now. Chopin, I guess. Chopin? What's a tall order? In that case, do you know any person with not terrible piano skills? Many. Just not you. Just not you. Of course! I assume that you yourself are well versed in piano to be confident enough to judge me. So this is what she had up her sleeve. Just because I don't play myself doesn't mean that I can't tell good playing.
Exactly. It's just like the same. It's exactly the same thing when you criticize art, and they're like, "Oh, and I don't see you drawing anything. Why do you think you could do better than this person? Why don't you draw first and then?" It's like, okay, true. I can see where they're coming from with that their argument, just a little bit. I mean, yeah, it's always good to have a little bit of knowledge in what you're talking about, but you don't necessarily need to do the thing to have knowledge about it, you know? Like, I could learn everything about playing basketball, but I don't actually have to play basketball to know about it, you know? And what to do and stuff. But it's always good to know a little bit when you're actually playing it. So, yeah. I hate it when people are like that. So you think you could do better?
You're such idiots.
You must be the same way with making friends.
I feel her words like a punch to my gut. I have more than enough good friends.
Oh?
Maybe I'm just not stupid enough to befriend people like you.
Well, I could say the same for you.
And what kind of person am I? She spent a moment in silence, clearly collecting herself for a reply.
Lazy, spoiled, rude, insensitive.
Surprise, surprise! She rolls her eyes and returns to the piano. I try to find a reply, but before I can make a move, the barista thrusts something at me.
Croissant!
I stare at the pastry for a moment before I realize what he means. Oh, thanks. I take the croissant from him, dropping some cash in his hand. He returns to the counter. I bite into the buttery croissant as I mumble in Elizabeth's direction. Seems like you had a lot of pent-up anger. What?
I was expecting you to threaten me again.
As you seem to enjoy doing. I'm feeling generous today.
I'd use many words to describe you, but generous isn't one of them.
Yeah, you seem to prefer lazy, spoiled, rude, and insensitive. Elizabeth's eyes widen. She studies my face avidly. A clear tilt of confusion to her brow. What?
You said it exactly.
She trails off, regaining control of herself.
Nothing.
That didn't look like nothing. She clearly ignores me and sets her fingers to the piano, pressing slowly on the keys. The sweet, simple melody fills the cafe with a relaxing vibe. I settle back, munching on my croissant. Suddenly, Elizabeth stops, glaring at me.
Stop that.
Stop what?
Stop staring at me.
You know, I vaguely recall having this conversation before.
Because we have.
What if I like staring at you? This brings a completely different reaction than I expected. Elizabeth turns beet red and shoves me away.
What are you bloody talking about?
Her extreme reaction immediately puts me on defensive.
I was just... You can't say things like that.
What the heck happened to the cool and collected Elizabeth just a few moments ago? It's not a big...
Words like that mustn't be thrown around so trivially. What's gotten into you? Nothing. I'm going to practice.
She quickly starts plopping on the keys. The notes are harsh and flat, grating against my ears like broken glass. I'm tempted to supply some dry commentary, but manage to hold my tongue out of curiosity. What could be causing such drastic behavior?
I said stop staring at me.
I said, what if I like...
Fine! Stare! Whatever!
She continues smashing on the piano, her hair flying about her face from her hurried motions. After a few minutes, though, her tune begins to mellow. She returns to her previous song, slowing her fingers to a tender touch. I sit in silence, passively watching this transformation as I finish my croissant. I expect Elizabeth to ignore me for the rest of her practice session, but surprisingly, she's the first one to speak.
My mother loved the piano.
I hold back a teasing comment, intrigued by her unusual mood. And?
My grandmother said that she used to be quite good at it.
So that's why you play? No. She plays in silence for a moment longer. Right as I start to wonder if she's bipolar, she speaks again. There is one thing that people say I can't do. Piano? Music in general. I can't sing, can't play an instrument, can't even dance. I'm going to change that next year. I feel a spark of irritation. There, again, the girl who controls the future has made another appearance. Why?
Well, naturally, then I'll be perfect.
That's stupid.
Maybe to you. Then again, you wouldn't know anything about perfection. I doubt you've ever tried to obtain it.
I just go in circles with this girl. And here I was, thinking that she might actually be a civil person and I might actually have a civil conversation with her. Well, excuse me, Your Majesty. Not all of us lowly peasants can be as amazing as you.
That wasn't what I...
Cheerio, good queen! I've other affairs to see to.
This is just like you. You never listen.
Yeah? You never ask.
You're insufferable.
Thank you. I grab my backpack, pressing a discordant key on the piano just to annoy her. Farewell, Princess Barista. Elizabeth is unusually silent as I exit the cafe. Maybe she'll finally start thinking for herself. Or maybe she thought I'd be useless to say anything, since you never listen. I shake the thought away. She doesn't deserve my respect. She's already ruined the one chance she possibly had. I head into the street as gentle piano drifts behind me. Oh. Oh my god. What is this? Oh, Masato. Meet me at the school entrance in 5. It's not about track. Oh. If you're reading this, you have time for track.
No, I don't! I don't have time for track!
That's unusual. I've never seen Masato acknowledge my dislike of track, or type so properly. Something must be really serious. Ooh. Interesting! I pocket my phone and race to the school, all thoughts of Britain and piano and croissants disappearing from my mind. Britain. Like earlier this morning, the entrance is all but barren. Looks like most of the students are downtown, relishing their pre-curfew freedom. Masato is crouched against the gates, his every limb slack as he traces empty letters in the ground with his finger. At a closer glance, I realize that his writing is an equation. Sin to the power of 2. Sine to the power of 2. Parentheses x plus y parentheses plus cosine to the power of 2 parentheses x times y parentheses equals 1. Yeah, something's definitely wrong. Hey. Masato stands up at my arrival, but his eyes are still fixed on the equation at his feet. Run with me. What? Run. You said this wasn't related to track. I gotta run, damn it! He takes off without warning. Just what has gotten into him? I don't know why, but I'm imagining Masato running with, Naruto style. God. Groaning, I reluctantly jog after him, my feet aching with every step. Masato turns down a side path past my apartment complex, leading us alongside the river that winds through the district. I recognize the area. We ran it almost every day last year when I was in track. And the river itself, I know very well. He grinds to a halt by the railing and stares into the rippling waters. I wearily glance around as I nudge his arm. What are you even doing? Running? Well, yeah, but here? He says nothing. I check the time. There's still plenty of daylight left. It's only 5, but the new curfew restricts Masato to only 2 more hours outside campus. So, should we keep running? Still nothing. He seems to be bolting up something, searching for words to say. Or, we can wait here. Silence. I give him some space. And wait. wait some more. And keep on waiting. 15 solid minutes pass before I decide to speak up. Masato, are we waiting here until curfew? Damn it! Damn it all! Damn it all! Ain't no curfew! I startle at his fiery tone, noting for the first time that every muscle is rigid with tension. Hey, are you okay? Yama, tell me something. That depends on what it is. You clowning around with me? What? No. What is with everyone today? Why don't you try at anything? This again? How many times do people need to bring this up? I thought you said we weren't gonna answer the damn question. Okay, fine. Jeez. If I don't try at something, it's because I don't like it. So just because you don't like it, you ain't giving it a chance? I already gave it a chance. Real? Cause I sure didn't see you give it one. Anger flickers beneath my skin. What is it? What is with people giving me a hard time? How could you not see me? We were on the same team. We ain't ever been on the same team, man. Is this because of your delusional competition with me? It ain't delusional. I had a fair chance. What is he even talking about? What fair chance? You already won. I ain't won. I ain't won. Are we speaking the same language here? Damn it! His sudden outburst shocks me. Once again, he takes off running. Have we seen Ruri today? I don't think I've seen Ruri today. I think she's dead. Cause I don't remember seeing Ruri at all. No, I haven't. We haven't seen her at all in the day of this, where the present day is in the game. We haven't seen Ruri at all today in the day in the game. We haven't. This is about Ruri. It's not about Trek. I'm calling it now. I follow him to the edge of the river, trying my best to ignore its roaring pound against my eardrums. Just the sound makes bile rise to my throat, but I'm able to push it down. Masato steps just as abruptly as he started, his hands curling against the fence of the canal. You know what makes me real mad, Yama? I wonder. It ain't that I'm supposed to win. It ain't that you skipped track. It's that you never gave it a chance. Oh, I guess I gave it more than a fair chance. I just don't like it as much as you do. Guess you're right. What is going on in his mind? That don't make you any better. Maybe I should have been the winner, but I ain't. So you gotta own up to it. Give it a fair chance, man. It's the least you could do. Something dawns on me. Masato, you're not talking about track, are you? I fucking knew it! For someone so smart, you sure are blind, man. I feel a rage bubble out of my mouth. Why do you say that? What does everybody say that? Why does everybody say that? You're not even being clear. If you really wanted me to do something about God knows what, you should stop all the cryptic crap. Everyone seems to have all these expectations of me that I keep failing. Well, guess what? I'm not gonna fail anymore. Well, guess what? I'm gonna fail more. I'm gonna fail again, and I'm not gonna stop until somebody tells me the truth without beating around the bush. I was a damn good assistant. Any other 17-year-old off the street would have been crap. Hey, that hurts my feelings, but I mean, I guess that I'm Yama in this game, and I'm 17, so wonderful. But well, I guess I failed before I even got started. I guess I fail at everything. I guess I shouldn't even try. It's always been that way, Masato. And that's why I don't give track or eating contests or whatever a fair chance. I stopped breathlessly, my heart pounding as if I'd just gotten into a fist fight. Saying those words felt strangely liberating, even if Masato won't understand a thing. There you go. Doing it again. Doing what? Only thinking about yourself, as usual. Don't give me that. You done it again! This shacket is that is going through. I don't know what the fuck you say. The thickness of his accent paired with the abrupt change of inflections makes him impossible to understand. What are you even saying? Shacket, you done kin anything. What? My bewilderment quickly molds into anger. I grasp him by the shirt, staring him in the eye. Masato, you're not making any sense. Talk to me normally. Talk to me so I can understand you. Talking is meant for damn communication. He grips me back, his face fighting to keep solemn. You know what I'm talking about, man. You always knew. You're just pretending the same as you always do. I snap at the condescending tilt to his tone. I don't know! I release him, and before I know it, my fist is swinging right towards his face. He easily sidesteps, but he's clearly shocked. I don't know anything! I don't know what you're talking about! I don't know what any of this is happening! I don't know what's up with you! I don't know what's up with Yahiko or Akira or Shigure! I don't know! I swing again, my movements haphazard. Masato dodges. His face flattens as he sends a counter jab. You ever try to know? You ever fought for something tooth and nail till you feel dead? I did! I tried! But it don't matter in the end, huh? Cause this is a race where the only boy who can't win ain't even running! My mind runs blank. I can only watch as his fist soars towards me and sucks me right in the jaw. I can't even register the pain as I crumple to the ground, the wind knocked out of my mind, my back as I stare at the darkening sky. Ain't even running. What does he know? What do any of them know?
You may think you fully understand the circumstances which surround these crimes, but you're sorely mistaken. Do not be so quick to forget that I'm nearly a decade your senior and have seen a great many cases that are beyond your comprehension. I speak not of your intelligence, but of your mental capacity. You are yet very fragile, Ishimoto, and this case may break you.
I ran. The words escaped from me in a breathless gasp as I fight to stand up. I ran. More than anyone could know. But no one sees. No one sees. Masato doesn't even try to help me. He just stares at me with his arms crossed. In some way, I'm grateful for that. Then you gotta get back up! Get up and show him. He jogs away without a backward glance. I spend a few minutes in silence to catch my breath. Finally, I'm able to stagger to my feet. The ache in my jaw turns cold from the night air. Why? Why of all days would Masato choose to talk to me? No, not even talk to me. Fight with me. I've never seen him so intense before. Not even when it comes to track. What could have possibly evoked such a response? I shouldn't have gotten angry. Not at Masato. He was trying to be honest to me in his own way. I should have stopped to figure out what was wrong. But the words he said... What the heck? I quickly peer over the railing into the river. Even in the dim lighting, I can clearly make out a head of brown hair and two flailing arms. Someone's in the river? Guy's voice tears from the surface of the water as the brown head lurches upward. He gasps for breath, then resubmerges. He'll drown if I don't get him out. I tighten my grip against the railing, shaking off my shoes and tossing my jacket to the side. My hands are clammy against the sleeves of my shirt. Calm down. It's just a little water. I can handle a little water. Oh! I take a deep breath and hoist myself over the railing, diving cleanly into the river. Remember the lessons. cold, slimy liquid swirls around me, slicking up every inch of my arms and legs. It stings my nose with a bubbly laugh. No way out. Panic wells up my throat and grips my throbbing jaw. I push myself blindly in the boy's direction, my legs flailing throughout the undercurrent. Remember the lessons. Remember. Left, breathe, scoop, left, breathe. The undercurrent suddenly jerks to life, throwing me into a terrifying spin. I pinwheel through the darkness, grasping violently for any kind of stability. No. Something grips the edge of my shirt and drags me down. A hand? Is he grabbing me? No! Water floods into my nostrils, burning down my throat. My vision spins to black. Oh my god! Oh my god! Wow! Okay! Shit! Oh my god! Wait, can I... Ah! Ah! That's her family, guys! That's her family! Or at least Yama's family. Yeah, that's just Yama's family. Yeah. Why did I say, or at least Yama's family? What the fuck? Yama is me! I am Yama in this game! We play as Yama. I'm home! Mizu!
Hey, Yams, where's Mom and Dad? Shopping again. Found a new cookie recipe. Uh-oh, did they make dinner? Then they say they'd be back? When they say they'd be back? Okay, guess we're making dinner. Wait, what? Look, Yams, there's noodles, spinach, carrots, mushrooms, chicken. Let's make noodle soup. We're not tall enough to cook on the stove, sis. Oh. Hey, let's set up boxes. Boxes? What if they break? They won't break. Probably. Here, I'll get them from the garage. Mizu! Mizu! Yep, here we go. They're big and empty. Perfect. Isn't that a bad thing? We can do anything if we try hard enough, Yams. Okay, first we need to fill the pot with water. You get this end, I'll get this end. Heavy. Oof. Oof. Woo. See, well, that wasn't so bad. How do we turn the stove on again? I don't know. Helpful, Yams. This? No. This? No, this! Huh, I'm turning the knob, but it won't turn on. Maybe it's broke? Hey! Here's a box of matches. Uh-oh. Okay, so we just strike it like this. Whoops! Ah! The carpet's on fire! Whoopsie! It's okay, look, a little water and it's gone. Let's try it again. I can't watch. And there! Okay, Yama, turn the stove to high and stand back. What are you doing? I'm gonna toss the match at the stove. 3, 2, 1, hiya! See? Told you it'd work. I feel dizzy. I feel dizzy.
Now, class, let's try learning how to pronounce some more of these tough words. Open your workbooks, too. Is that a fart? This is your fucking fart noise. I heard the FNAF laugh in there. You know, the laughing guy, the laughing boy, the little balloon boy laugh. I heard that. Am I crazy? Class, calm down. It was there! I'm not crazy! I heard it! It's there! Oh my god! They used the fucking FNAF balloon boy laugh in there. Oh my god. Calm down this instant or you will be visiting the principal's office. Thank you. Now, who would make such uncouth, rude noises? The person who tells me first will get a piece of candy. Wow, so many hands. Yuko?
was Yama!
Yama Ishimoto, is this true? No. No. Don't lie. Lying isn't nice, Yama. I'm not. Yama, do you want to go to the principal's office? Ryoko says she saw you. We know you did it, Yama.
But I didn't!
Don't take that tone with me, young man! You're going to the principal's office! I feel like teachers are masters at trick questions, because that in itself was a trick question, because she's already gonna say, if he admitted to it, she was gonna send him to the principal's office. If he didn't admit it, if he said no, she was still gonna send him to the principal's office. You can't win with these teachers, man! They are assholes!
But...
Mr. Kawaguchi, Yama was being a disturbance in class and would not stop lying about it.
I didn't do it.
Yama, lying is very serious. You can get in big trouble.
But...
Yama, I really don't want to call your parents. Can't you tell us the truth? Yama, Stop right there! Ah, Mizu, thank goodness. Maybe you can talk some sense into your brother.
The only person I'll be talking sense into is you! Both of you!
Mizu, I don't appreciate this disrespectful attitude.
You're adults! You should know better. What if Yuko was lying, huh? She lies all the time!
How dare you! Yuko is my top student!
Yeah, so she knows she can get away with it.
Mizu Ishimoto, I will not stand for this. You are being incredibly rude.
And you are being incredibly unfair. Yama wouldn't make bad noises, and he definitely wouldn't lie.
That's it! I'm calling your parents! They need to teach you some proper respect.
You want my respect? Then earn it. Come on, Yama, we're going home.
Okay.
How much longer? I don't know. Yeah, this is the detour bus, remember? I don't like blizzards. Oh, don't say that. Look how beautiful it is. Beautiful what is? Outside. I can't even see anything. I meant the snow, silly. Still not like a normal bus. Oh, yams. I'm bored, Mizu. Take a nap. But I'm not tired. Why don't you make some friends? There's a nice-looking person across the aisle. No, people are scary. Then do your homework. But I'm too tired. I thought you just said you weren't tired. I changed my mind. Pfft, come on, Yams, be a big boy. Look, it's the Rainbow River. Isn't it pretty? Rivers are boring.
Look at the snow. Isn't it just wonderful?
Snow is boring.
Okay, Yams, what's wrong? Don't say it's 'cause you're bored.
I told Chio that she has cooties and she touched me. What? What if I got cooties, Mizu? Then I'll die and I won't be able to get the new Rego City blocks next week.
Oh my god, I feel racist, but it's how it's spelled!
Where did she touch you? My arm. Here. I'll give you a shot. Oops! I hate shots!
It's okay, this one won't hurt.
Are you sure? Well, not too much. Circle, dot. Now you've got the cootie shot. So I won't die? So I won't die?
Yeah, that's what shots do, right? Yeah,
Thanks, sis.
Oh my god. I suddenly emerge into reality. Vision hazy, lungs burning. I feel myself cough instinctively. Water spurts from my mouth onto the ground. That's right. I'd never been a fan of this river. A firm hand slaps against my back. I spew another mouthful of brine. I can't believe I'm doing this. Why am I doing this? The vague shapes before my eyes finally consolidate into clear outlines. I'm lying by the side of the canal, clothes plastered to my skin, every inch of my body pulsing with a dull pain. A fellow student is kneeling beside me. Judging from his drenched clothing and mop with brown hair, I deduce that he's the guy who was drowning earlier. He looks vaguely familiar. I should have expected something like this. Of all people, it had to be you. My weak mind scrambles to find a link. You're Shoji. I don't know. I don't know. I made such a forgettable impression. His impression was anything but forgettable. What throws me off is his face. His eyes, once clear, are dull and haggard with exhaustion. His skin is pallid and unsightly. His hair is ragged as if it hasn't been combed in days. He practically looks like a ghost. I clear my throat, trying to work past the sudden awkwardness. Right, Shoji. Yeah, Akane's ex-boyfriend, who'll probably get over her in a week or two. I feel the compulsion to apologize, but can't bring myself to do it. Instead, I pick up my jacket, staring at the ground. Why did you save me? I didn't. I saw you dive in. Actually, he brings up a good point. If I almost drowned, then who got Shoji out? Who got me out? I suppose I should thank you. Don't. It wasn't me. Good. Saves me the trouble of finding some awkward excuse. I feel the edge to his words as he turns away. I instinctively call after him. Why were you in the river? Pauses, an unreadable grimace crossing his lips. You're the genius. Figure it out. He disappears into the street, leaving nothing but a scattered trail of water behind him. I stare into the sky for a long moment, huddled against the slight warmth of my dry jacket. Who saved us? Why? I fist my hands in the hem of my jacket, collapsing back to the ground. Useless. Again. Couldn't even swim in a pathetic little canal. Not only would I have failed to save Shoji, but I would have just drowned myself. I should be over it. I should be fine by now. 10 years. I lace my fingers through the sparse blades of grass by my head until they dig into my skin. Too many names. Shoji, Yahiko, Masato, Mizu. Can't do anything about them. You're the genius. Figure it out. I sit up abruptly, a sudden possibility crossing my mind. Could Shoji have been the next target? Maybe the murderer was trying to drown him. Maybe he knew something about the murderer. But why wouldn't he tell anyone? I sink to the ground, back to square one. I don't know why Shoji was in the river, trying to commit suicide. I don't know why Masato's suddenly upset. I don't even know who saved us from drowning. I wearily hoist myself to my feet and shove my shoes over my soggy socks. The journey back to my apartment is only filled with more questions. The moment I'm back, I take a quick shower, still feeling grimy from the river water. And that is where I'm going to end this episode, because I feel like we're going to get to the climax pretty soon, and, you know, better to... We got far, okay? We got pretty good, we got pretty far. And just to make sure that I'm right about not seeing Ruri, I'm gonna rewatch this episode, and or most of it, and then I'm also gonna watch last episode to see if she was there. 'Cause if she wasn't, she's probably dead. She's probably dead. But anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed this episode of Lucid9, leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, and remember, die safely. Bye. Die like Rui. Do it. Die like Rui.